Yo, it's your boy Jamel. I've been looking forward to getting all of my thoughts about the Turing Test off of my chest, and I cannot wait to dive into this review. There's a lot to unpack, so buckle up. But before we press start, I would like to ask that if you enjoy this review, please hit the subscribe button and like the video. Also, be sure to check out gamespeakpodcast at createforsanity.com. There you can find all of our past episodes, as well as new episodes that go up every Wednesday, and best of all, it's free. Alright, enough plugging, let's check this shit out. Set in the distant future, you play as Ava, who is awoken early in an International Space Agency station from a long sleep in a cryogenic chamber. You are greeted by the Technical Operations Machine, or TOM, an artificial intelligence that monitors the excavation project you were sent to complete on the faraway moon of Jupiter called Europa. TOM hurries you to travel down to the moon from the ISA station, where the rest of your crew is apparently in danger. After taking your lander down to the moon, you enter into the excavation site, which according to Tom, has completely changed from its original construction format. Now every room acts as a puzzle that can only be solved with a combination of your human thinking and the computing logic of Tom. Now this is where you ask, what is a Turing test?
Turing tests are tests designed to tell humans and machines apart. Typically, problems only solvable by a human. A combination of logical and lateral thinking.
So, you can't complete these tests, Tom?
No. That is why I am glad you are here to help. We need to work together.
The game is comprised of 7 chapters with over 70 puzzles to complete. You solve these puzzles using your EMT, or energy manipulation tool, with which you transfer different types of power to different objects in the rooms, and by taking control of Tom and the security cameras and maintenance robots throughout the game. With each solution found, more of the mystery behind the story is revealed in conversation between Ava and Tom, as well as through audio clips found on computers throughout the excavation site, handwritten notes, and tablet journals kept by the missing crew. Without the intriguing story, it can be quite easy to say that the Turing Test is a blatant rip-off of the Portal franchise. But that's not entirely a bad thing, because that just goes to show the quality of the game's puzzles. I never got stuck to the point that I needed to look up a walkthrough online, nor did any of them feel too easy for me. If I got too caught up on one, I would go get a drink or check my Twitter for like 5 minutes, return to the game, and suddenly it would all make sense. It's a game that asks you to think outside the box, and if it's not coming to you, step away and think about your options from a different perspective. This approach to progression actually made for what felt like a fairly quick playthrough, when in reality, I played for around 7 hours. The visuals are surprisingly sleek for an indie title as well, and helped with the immersion, though some of the character animations were a bit robotic if I do say so myself. The 2 characters with any real screen time in the game, Ava and Tom, take on the dichotomy of emotional and logical thinking, but soon blur the lines between the two. I can honestly say that I begin to feel for the characters, even though some of their dialogue about morality was questionable. For the sake of not spoiling the story, I won't go too much into the questions the game likes to ask the player, but I will say that it truly had me struggling with my inner self as to what decision I would make if I were given the option to choose. Funny enough, the game focuses on what consciousness is, and whether it truly exists or if it's just an illusion. The ending left me totally confused, but a couple of hours of intense reflection on everything I had just played and heard, along with some Googling, it all started to make sense. With that much work into understanding the game's conclusion, you might say, was it even worth it? The answer to that question is up to you. As for me, I totally enjoyed every bit of the narrative, and I like how it made me explore the conversation outside of the game itself. To boil it down, if you like movies like The Matrix or Ex Machina and like to dive into deep introspective subjects, then this is the story for you. If not, and you just like to play fun video games, this is also the game for you, as the puzzles are constructed almost perfectly in a way that never gets too overwhelming. Makes you feel like a complete genius when you solve them. I thought long and hard about this one. Though I loved it dearly, a bigger budget and a less confusing ending could have made for a better game. With very few flaws to mention though, I give the Turing Test a rating of very dope.